folks. I like all these people. These are all great people. This is a great list of people.
Hello, friends.
Hey,
Friend. How's everyone doing?
why am I using the
Doing
other?
great.
Use
My
this
camera's
camera. This is the camera I want to
still-
use up here.
Ah,
Oh, yeah, I can be fancy too. Hold on.
magic tricks.
Okay, I lied.
I knew it.
My other camera isn't showing up as USB camera, so I can't change. Sad trombone. But I can do this.
Wait, where's the soundboard? What's going on? Is your AV setup just broke? One of my favorite things, like, I am not a cat. I'm a real person.
I am not a cat.
That's what we call a security Lorax.
This. It's a shapeshifter at this point. Beautiful.
Perfect.
All day meetings like that.
I am not a cat.
I am not a cat.
I'm a person.
Not a cat. Oh god.
But the avatar works really well with the background. I don't even have to pull my green screen out.
That's awesome.
Say it's pretty distracting, but now I'm like,
You can do like, there's a lot of options there. I was playing with like, you could add like sunglasses and things. You get like, there's a lot inside Zoom.
Oh, you could do lipstick and eyebrows and all kinds of crazy stuff.
there you go.
There she goes. Yeah, yes, he's got the glasses.
Yeah.
I actually have those sunglasses physically somewhere. I used to use them in the old podcast.
Welcome, Jen. We're all about seriousness this morning.
This is the only way to operate all the
Yeah.
time. Serious.
Avatars, glasses, cats.
Wear sunglasses at night so I can.
I was. Those are the meeting notes. I don't think we have any new friends. No. And then anybody willing to scribe?
All about.
Thank you. We have our next office hours in January. I'm gonna get the specific date. It is next week, the 23rd at this moment. We wanted to do one on neurodivergent. Did I say that correctly?
Yes. Neurodivergence. Yeah.
Neurodivergence. John, I think this is one that you had brought up, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It was that January 23rd, 12 p.m. Eastern. Is that time still good for you?
Yes, that'll work for me.
Okay, perfect. And then I have two more that I was thinking for the talk. I'll reach out to them today. And then, John, I know you had said either a moderator or a panelist, so we'll keep you posted on that. Marcella. And then, hello. And then the next piece would be, I guess, post. We'll make a social content post.
That's scheduled.
Market out the event. What happened, Kuya?
I'll get it scheduled with marketing.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And then they can tag. Yeah, if they can just tag all the leads and the speakers. Thank you. Oh yeah, you said you're gonna scribe, and I'm here like talking and typing.
Okay. I was like, I gotta sneak in before she's full. I can sneak in while she gets distracted at some point and like start scribing because she's doing both at the same time.
It's the glasses. It gives me that superpower. Next is the anything else for the office hours?
Yeah, I actually wanted to, I don't know if this is the right page, and I like closed the tab for some reason. But I was looking yesterday at like, was it like Heritage Month and community like specific months? Because I think that's what we're trying to do more this year. So I think we have like February and March already like planned. but then I think like April, May, maybe some other ones that we can plan for like I think May was like Mental Health Awareness Month, for example. Can't remember April. There's like a few. And then June is LGBTQ month. And so like we could just kind of keep sort of planning that way if that works for folks.
I like that. February, what did we have for February?
February we
I
had
think
Black History Month.
but just
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then March we had I think like because it's
International Women's
International
Day.
Women's Day, so we were gonna do something related to that. Yeah, I'll try to dig up that page again that I put.
Perfect. If you can throw it into a Slack, I'll get it. Yeah. I give marketing a heads up as a warning too, just like, hey, we're going to be promoting these things coming down the path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can do. Which Slack channel works best?
Do we have one for this group? I've done a bad job of being in this group.
Yeah, yeah, we have a
DEI.
Yeah, let's use that one
DI group. Yeah.
because we can work a little async on that one.
Perfect. Okay. Then we have a Open Source Summit North America, June 23rd to the 25th. Do we want to submit for that? When's the CFP till?
I was just going through building CFP deadlines yesterday for a bunch of them. I don't think they had the North America one
think
down.
it's-
Let's see.
February 17, if I remember correctly. Is that
When it closes,
right?
February 17th. Yes.
Yeah. So what I was thinking there is kind of like the panel we did last year at the Open Source Summit where we had, 4 speakers or something and a moderator. And that one was kind of about just raising awareness about the working group and about the need for more D&I efforts within the OpenSSF. This year, I think, Jasenia, we've talked about, or I guess late last year, we talked for this year about doing like almost like a summary maybe of some of the community office hours we had last year. So have someone who can talk about submitting to CFPs, of someone who can talk about job market sort of branding, like that sort of thing. I don't know if that works. But it's sort of meant to highlight, I think, the types of issues that I don't know, like newcomers to the community might have. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm willing to hear other ideas. This is just what I have.
So like one presentation of a recap of the office hours.
More
during
like
this
a
office-
more like a panel where like we just have, a speaker from a couple of the office hours.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like I mean, they can obviously talk to the other topics as well, but just sort of, yeah.
I like that because we can get a variety of things in there. Like it can be an overview of the work done and things we're working on and playing with, which is nice to have that for a thing. And I do admit like this is a good time, I would say, to make sure we get some more DEI talks out there and things going on. I specifically joined this week just to be like, let's see, like, how are people feeling? Like, let's see what we can get moving. So I'm always about submitting panel for this one.
Good. Okay. So who wants to take the action to start drafting up the title and abstract? Or we let ChatGPT and then we modify from there.
I can help. I can help on if we start with a first draft or something. I'll be fine to jump in. Just have not been super on the ground this year or the past year.
Yeah, I think last year a couple of us put it together.
Here, let me find what we did last year, and then I will link it into the Slack channel and tag some people in there, and we'll figure it out.
Like it. Perfect. Next topic, the 2025 roadmap. Anything else that we want to discuss there as far as the monthly themes?
I think I mostly wanted to just sort of review it again with more people.
Okay.
A bit slow. Caffeine has not kicked in. I'm sorry. So I think we got that merged into main at the end of last year. Yeah. All right. I'm going to share this. Share my screen for just a second. This is mostly to remind everyone to level set. And since Kahil is here, to also get some good feedback. I'd actually wanted to ask you, Kahil, I don't know if you mentioned this before I joined.
Oh, perfect.
Someone had said that we have like a TPM assigned to the working group and that would be you. Is
Yes.
that okay? Cool. Just wanted to double check.
No worries. Just throw me things whenever. I'll figure it out. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Goes on the list.
So yeah, we have, I guess, quarterly reports. We're gonna link to that. I'm still trying to find like a good way to have people not just like scroll through the entire list of everyone's stuff, but 2025 we have we've been meaning to do this tip of the month activity since last year, and we just didn't have the bandwidth for it. But essentially, it's like a much shorter form of the community office hours and a little more social media focused, where we have like a community member say like, "Hi, my name is blah. I work in blah, and here in OpenSSF, and here is my tip of the month." That sort of thing, because we want to start highlighting more people as well. So I think this is probably something that will need a lot of support from,
Got it.
support with from marketing and those groups. Welcome calls. This is like a more recent idea that we had, but I think we had talked about maybe starting it in this quarter at some point. The idea here being that we want to have like virtual onboarding meetings kind of a couple times a month or something. And say like, here's an overview of OpenSSF and here's how you can join this group or that group. And people can sort of ask questions about who to reach out to. And yeah, just supposed to be a channel.
I should
I
look
know
at
it
how
has,
Rom's doing his calls too, as well as community stuff, because there might be something to pull from that.
yeah. Yeah, if there's someone we can already collaborate with or sort of
Yeah, to get started
join,
with. Yeah, exactly.
that'd be a lot easier for us. Yeah, especially if it's already scheduled on the calendar or something. Yeah, just because I mean, we get a lot of questions of like, I don't know what
Where to start?
projects.
There's just so much.
Yeah. So yeah, we had this conversation. Q2, Q3 is the mentorship. We're going to need to apply for funding for this one. And I just saw, I think the TAC is going to have the first deadline be sometime in February also. So we should get our paperwork in order before February. But essentially here, I mentioned this at the working group leads call last week, which is, yeah, we just want to be able to support some students to come to the OpenSSF, contribute, gain that experience. Hopefully they'll come back later for another mentorship experience. Yeah, so I've got some groups or some projects in mind that might be interested in this. We just need to do some outreach efforts. Yeah, and then finally, we don't know when we'll get to this, which is why it's labeled as a TBD, but inclusive contributing guidelines is something that has been at least on my radar. So this is just going to be probably end up being kind of a template file with some text that different projects, working groups, TIs can fill in and sort of say, like, here's how we are making sure that new maintainers or really time limited maintainers can still contribute meaningfully to this project. And again, like where you can find certain documentation. And that. So, of course, we have some ongoing activities, conference participation. Is this open source summit idea? Yeah.
Yeah, I need to finish a document on travel fund because we do a travel fund this year for sending people to conferences and things for need-based scholarship stuff to work on. And then also we're trying to finish off building up an ambassador program to launch soon. So that's also a thing that'll be probably will tie into conference participation as well.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know how we can support that.
One of the things that I didn't so funding requests. So I know Zach is currently working on the updating the funding process, which will actually help with putting in funding requests and getting answers in real time, and we don't have to wait as long. That being the case, Kahil, for you, especially with the scholarship stuff, for the summits and stuff like that, and then for the mentorship programs, those are things that we may want to kind of think about funding for now. Build up a thought process of how much money we're going to need. We could put that in now, have that already.
We actually have it in the budget already.
Right?
We have it in the budget set already from last year.
Good.
We got money in there. Yeah.
All right, good deal. Good deal.
Just got to spend it or figure out the exact rules for spending it.
Yeah, I'm just getting excited about the updated funding process, and I feel like we can put stuff in sooner and then have. But if you said we already have the funding on hand for the scholarship stuff, and we have funding on hand for mentorship too.
I don't know, so let me look into that. I have funding for scholarships for traveling for conferences and things, and then funding for an ambassador program. But I don't know about the other one, mentorships.
Because the desire is for us to bring in mentees, and then have those mentees spread out across the different working groups. We might want to get the funding for that now, and then we can argue. Well, I say argue. We can put in the documentation application for the funding now, and then we can have that discussion with the working groups after we receive the funding, because then we know better how many mentees we can actually bring in, and then when we can allocate them out or resource them out to the working groups. Right, it just makes things a little bit more comfortable.
I'd really like to do an LFX mentorship program because we haven't done that yet here at OpenSSF, and like I've seen other groups work on it internally, Linux Foundation, and I've been jealous. So like, yeah,
it's a good experience, at least from the mentees that went through it with me on Alpha Omega, and then I know that Alpha Omega is doing their own initiative. I'm going to talk more with them today, but they're doing their own initiative to get folks in. Find funding for them to help with the security projects that they have going on for the foundation. So could be another avenue for funding.
Yeah, I think to Krob's point in the chat, that's something that like I said, I have a couple of people in mind, but I think I would like to cast a wider net and see where all there's interest. And so I'm not exactly sure what the best channel is for that.
Well, we should also think about paid or unpaid.
I think the idea would be to have them be paid.
The idea is paid.
So, and even more reason why funding proposal needs to be put in now, because how much are we paying them, right? Which will determine how many mentees we can actually bring in, and then we can make a better determination of where we can put them across the different working groups, where they both all be where would their efforts have more impact for the dollar spend.
Yeah, the merge request, Marcella, number 14, I merged it this morning for the incubator, so that should take us a step closer. I'm not sure what we need after that. And then the link that I said in chat, go ahead, finish that thought before I change topics.
Yeah, sorry. So what we need to do next is go and open a PR in the TAC repo. Filling in, let me see if I can find this template.
I think it's just the incubator
It's the
application that they have.
incubator application. Yeah. Oops, that's the right place. But yeah, we need to fill in the incubation stage application, which I think we already had a, didn't we already have a draft of that somewhere, or am I
I
making
thought we
that up?
started it somewhere.
Yeah.
Or maybe we
If we
did in
can
our
find
head.
that. Yeah, you're right. We probably did do it just in our heads, now that I
Okay.
remember. But
Um,
anyway, I'm linking it here. So one of us can open this PR on the tax side, and then we're good to go. We don't have a scorecard or best practices badge integration. Oh wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Shoot, I'm sorry. Like I said, caffeine. This is the right one. So yeah, we should have everything we need here.
okay. I'll say that.
And so, do you want to take on opening the PR or?
I can take on the PR.
Okay.
Cool. As far as the mentorship goes, the link that I sent before, it's also in the meeting notes. This is where Paris and I were kind of starting to draft out what the mentorship proposal and communication plan was. We have a spreadsheet, and I'll share the link as well. It's in that doc where we started collecting foundations and different projects we want to work on and who to contact. And then we'll send one mass email to them so that we can get that started. So there is kind of progress in it, but snail pace back at after the holidays. Yeah, and the last thing is there's another PR for SOPs for YouTube. It's very vanilla, but it's like a starting point. I think we're waiting on Paris for that one. I'll reach out to him and see how the New Year's treating him. That's it. Any other opens discussion points for today?
I thought of something when we were talking about themes earlier that I saw from marketing. So I'm going to share a doc with them. If you go to the roadmap, I just added a link for themes I know marketing is going to be trying to work through this year for any given month. And we might find some alignment with them as well.
Nice. This way we don't have to think.
Exactly. Yeah. Someone else to get great ideas from.
We could put a DEI theme there too under
Exactly.
each.
We can adjust their schedule because it's not locked in stone.
Yeah. That way they can also do when they do their focus areas, they can probably incorporate some of the themes into it or do something else fancier. Okay. Very nice. All right. Any other hot topics for today?
I think so.
I don't think so. I can work on the follow-up for the panel proposal and the other stuff, and we can ping async. And then I know I don't know when we meet actually Marcel for panel stuff, but it's going to be soon. So we start soon.
Yeah, can do. I can take on that action item.
Okay.
I can take on the action item, although I will also say that
No,
I
I'll do
would like
first
to
draft.
let
Let me
other
do
people
first draft
speak.
and try and build something.
Yeah. We should also try to find speakers for the panel. All right, me. Mostly because I'm probably going to be speaking in a few other.
You keep
Be good
busy
to,
for some in North America. Yeah.
yeah. So I also just want to let like others in the community like actually
Give a chance to like
participate.
highlight
Yeah.
and showcase.
Yeah. So that'd be great. And hi Prince, I see you just came on.
Hey, Brent. Yeah, I'm free in June, so. Oh, Prince.
I see audio. A lot of background audio, I think. There
Better,
we go.
much better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be here today. How are
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Gail.
Good
Hi,
to see you.
Crow. Good to see you, Senya.
All right.
Did you,
Hi,
ha-
John.
did you have any topics, Prince? Or you just came on to say hi to everyone?
Yeah, it's been a while since I joined. So
Good
this
to
is
see you
kind
back.
of like a, yeah.
I understand.
Oh, for us too. All right. Well, I'll give everyone back their time and we'll regroup over Slack.
Thank you all.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.